peeps, check it out. I am on remote location. I'm taking care of some business out in the field, but we're still doing our show. Murray will be reading the questions if you guys have any questions, and then we'll answer them the best that we can. Now, this is basically the rebroadcast of last night's show. So if you missed last night's show or weren't able to attend until today, or whatever, you guys can get the same information we had last night. Now, we first started talking about the IT certificates going through Google. And in doing so, I have to tell you that this is more of a murders thing, because murder is actively going to school for internet security, or in IT security, or I can't remember murder, but it's all on murder. And
cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, that's it.
So this network security, same shit.
Yeah, it's all in the IT field, and so he has more insight with this than I do. But what little bit that I do know has just been from reading the books and going online and figuring things out. That's how I did it. But as far as professional, somewhat, I give that to murder. All right. So anyway, murder. We talked last night, and the IT certificate that they are giving, or actually they aren't giving, they are charging $49 a month. Now, you stated that is something that is well worth it if you're just getting your feet in the door for getting a job in the IT field.
Yes, definitely worth it. Because, total, they say it takes 8 to 12 months to do their certificate. So if you just pick an average in the middle, 10 months, $49 a month, $490. So right at $500 for this certificate, which, that's most, kind of towards the low end, mid to low. That's what most IT certificates are going to cost anyway. You're going to pay at least $500. Some of them are upwards of $1,000 or a little more, $1,000 to $1,200, depending on what your Net Plus and CCNA stuff like that. They're upwards of $1,000. CCNA I know is like $1,000, I believe.
Yeah.
Something like an A+ certification, which is similar to what Google is offering in this program. They're going to cost you $500 anyway. At least with this one, like it says in the article. I don't know if we've linked the article or not, but it gets you in the door. It lists companies that will hire you with this certificate. So, spend $500. It's a lot cheaper than a degree. Find out if it's something you really want to do, really like to do. Just get, entry-level foot in the door position. It's worth it.
Yeah, it is. And that's one of the things that with any type of program that a company is going to put out there to help you get a job, and they are aiming this towards lower income families too, so that they can get better jobs and be affordable, because they are offering a scholarship program situation as well. I think Google has a couple of different ones, and they even have one for the veterans and a couple other action groups that will help pay for your certificate, so you can get financial assistance.
Yeah, they're offering. Let's me trying to scroll down here and see exactly how they're wording it. I think it's just worded as. It says full financial assistance is available to those who qualify. It's not really hard to qualify for most financial assistance. So, if you can't do the $49 a month or the whole price up front, they do have financial assistance, which is nice. You usually don't get that unless you go to a 2-year or 4-year college.
Yeah, so they're offering something that would really benefit people, especially those who don't even have the time really to go to a college and spend that 2 to 4 years. They can just get this out of the way and like you said, 10 months. And the reason why I believe they said 8 to 12 is because you pretty much are self-pacing it's a self-paced situation because they have over 60 videos that you have to go through. And I guess there's quizzes at the end of each one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all in all, if you can get it done in 8 months, hey, 8 months you got it done. It's $49 a month at 8 months versus 10 months. So you save yourself some money.
Now, this is just one of the things they're offering. So they have a program. It's called Grow with Google, and they offer other educational type classes in different areas. This one we just picked out. I saw because it was in the IT field, and it looked, at the time when I first saw it, that looks pretty cool. But after you read into it more, it's like I said before, it's definitely worth the $49 a month. It's easy way to get into the IT field fairly quickly.
Yes, and that's the biggest thing is getting your foot in that door. And if you like the job and you want to further your education, if you get in with a company that will say, hey, we'll invest money into you, and you just sign a contract, like you said last night, you just sign a contract with us, stay a year or two, and your tuition is completely paid for.
Yeah, a lot of companies will do that if you're going to school for something that will benefit their business. Like, hey, I want to continue my degree and be, do like I'm doing. I want to be network security admin. Well, yeah, everybody could use one of those. So most companies, majority of them, will either pay for completely, like, hey, we'll completely pay your education. Like Grim said, you've got to sign a contract. You agree to, they may not agree to terms or pay on a contract, but you will agree to work with us for a year after you graduate, or 2 years, however long. So they get their money back in labor, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, that's not bad. You find a company that you like with this certificate and decide you want to go further. One of the companies listed, just to pick one, is Bank of America. So say you like that company, like, oh, they take care of us, they're friendly, they will probably pay for your education. Like I said, most of them will pay. If they don't pay the whole thing, they will pay a large portion of it.
Oh, definitely. And, and that's one of the things about this program. And like I've said, you said this multiple times, it's going to get your foot in the door. It's going to get you a job. And we're not talking a job that's going to be part-time. We're talking full-time work that will put food on the table and a roof over your head and clothes on your back. And that's the biggest thing, in the United States right now, is you got so much unemployment that Google sees this and they're trying to rectify it.
Yeah. Plus, I think they're kind of, in my opinion, they're probably kind of looking at it also as there's potential out there, people who are interested, but either don't know where to start to get into IT, don't know how to start. Maybe people are just mildly interested and don't really know if they want to go into the IT field. This really is affordable and worth it. If you get the certificate and you don't get a job in IT, you decide you don't like it, it's not really a waste. This certificate doesn't, from what I've read, doesn't need to be renewed every so often like some of the other ones do. So it's good for however long you may want to wait.
Yeah. Now that's what I did notice too. I didn't see anything about having to be recertified. So, I mean, just getting the certificate alone is going to be good. You get it, you go into the job. You don't like it, guess what? You're not out money. You got a certificate. Maybe you might like it somewhere else. Maybe it's just that company you don't like being part of. It could be just go somewhere else with it.
You may, depending on who you work for currently,
Yeah.
there's no telling. Every company, unless you run a food truck or lemonade stand, every company needs an IT department. In this day and age, you've got computers, you've got electronics. Everybody's got some sort of, even a small network. So they need some type of IT support. So you get this certificate, you could, just a local store in your town may need somebody to do computer work. This would show that you're certified to do computer repairs and diagnostics and stuff.
Yeah, and that's one of the companies was Walmart was on that list that accepts that certificate. So, I mean, there's a Walmart within spitting distance of everybody's home, it seems like. Unless you lived in Roosevelt, Utah, where I did, and you had to drive 60, 70 miles to get to it. But, I mean, you got companies like Walmart, you got companies like PNC, like you said, Bank of America. There was a couple of tech companies that will accept it as well on that list. I don't remember their names, but there were a couple of tech companies on there as well.
It's not very long. I'll run through what they have in here real quick. Yeah. It's just Bank of America, Walmart, Sprint, GE Digital, which that's not bad. That's a pretty good company. PNC Bank, Infosys, Tech Systems, UPMC, and it says, of course, Google.
Well, yeah, Google, Google's going to want to hire you right away. And like we said last night, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Even if you're just, entry level, taking phone calls and telling people how to work Android, how to fix an extension or plug in on their Chrome browser. I mean, even if it's an entry level position like that, something like that with Google, that is a huge size, 20 foot the door. I mean, that's a good company to be with. And then they will most likely pay a large majority for you to continue your education in IT while you work with them.
Oh, definitely, because they are still one of the biggest companies, and it's continually growing. Amazon is the same way. Amazon needs IT people. In fact, I see it on Indeed.com. There is plenty of jobs for Amazon for IT work. So I'm sure, people can look past that. It says Google on it, and it's just an IT certificate, and hire you on an Amazon as well.
Yeah, Amazon has warehouses all over the place. So, I mean, yeah. Even the warehouses are going to need some sort of IT work because they have, these warehouses are state-of-the-art warehouses. They have up-to-date electronics and scanners, inventory control systems, all sorts of stuff.
Well, and they're talking in Atlanta opening up another large office. Like we're talking the size of Amazon out west. They're talking building one on the East Coast. So they have Amazon East and Amazon West.
Nice.
So yeah, but I mean, you're really looking at, just putting your money forward, and then if you can't afford it, look and see if you can get their help with it. And if you can get help with it, then you take the help and you move on and you get that certificate, and you make life better for yourself.
There's I'm gonna look for it while we're talking, but there's a website you can go to get grants. Grants you don't have to pay back, and different ones will require different things. That you may get $250 for writing an essay, and they're just, here you go to apply towards an education. Some of them are simple, like an essay, or do a project which requires an essay in PowerPoint.
I think it's grants.gov, if I'm not mistaken.
But you can do, some of them are as simple as, a PowerPoint with an essay, kind of like, a class project type thing to turn in. And if you're picked, if you're chosen, then they give you, even $500 or $1,000. But that right there would pay for the entire certificate. Yeah, definitely. That really would. So, it's just a matter of doing a little bit of legwork and, putting a little bit of effort and time into it, and you got yourself a certificate. You got yourself
damn near, and that's one of the things they said. Once you're done and you have the certificate, you've passed it and you've got the certificate, they do state that they will help you with job placement.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
that's worth it too.
Yeah, exactly. If they're willing to help you get the job, go for it. I mean, it would be something I would look into myself, you know, in all honesty, just because I want the certificate, you know, other than that, you know.
Zagor said, I hear bricklayers are needed in America right now with Trump wall and all.
Yeah, well, you know, that's a political issue that we won't touch.
And the wall's not made of brick, so yeah, I put the link in there for the grants.gov. You can go search all the different grants, apply for them. You know, like we said, easy to get a grant to give you $500, and that would completely pay for the whole thing. You wouldn't need any financial aid.
Correct. That would get you everything you need. And hell, if you got a grant for $1,000, that extra $500 you could put in your pocket and help pay bills or whatever that you'll be missing out on while you're trying to do schoolwork. Or if you need something to help you, you'll have that extra little bit.
Yeah. If anybody has any questions about it, let us know. If anybody has any questions about furthering an education in IT past the certificate, you know, let us know. We can answer your questions. I can tell you what kind of classes I've had to take so far. It depends on what you want to do. If you know that you want to go beyond the certificate, like I said, if you have any questions, let us know. Let us know in the chat here. Let us know, you know, on Discord. However.
Yeah, I mean, we'll answer them the best that we can. And, you know, if we honestly don't know the answer, we will get one for you, whether, you know, we tell you we can't figure it out or, hey, this is where we found this kind of information and get you that information. And by the way, peeps, I am doing this remote. I am not at my computer. I am laying tile.
He is on a pirate ship in the Pacific.
Yes. Wait, no, I'm in the Caribbean. Bermuda.
Uh-oh.
I'm heading toward Tortuga. I'm on the Flying Dutchman.
Probably sinking by now.
Nah, I didn't run it aground yet. But yeah, I'm out here on location. You know, like I said, I'm trying to help lay these ceramic tiles for a friend. And once we get this done, then I'll be home. But you know, right now we're just trying to get this done. And I was trying to be home, but it didn't work out. So anyway, are there any questions whatsoever, brother? Because like obviously I can't read anything because.
No, not so far.
All right. So we're just going to go ahead and move on. If you guys do have questions, you know, just ask them away. And at the end of the show, we'll go back over some of the stuff if you have questions then. This next part, Murder found a Kickstarter that has already been fully funded. That was a fantastic little device. It's called the Vinci 2.0. And there are 3 versions to this. There's the Lite, the Pro, and the not Pro. I don't know what the third one is. I don't have it in front of me. But it is a device that is like the AirPods, but better. Does not require a phone. Let's see. It has a 3G connection. It does have GPS. It does have a heart rate monitor. If you go for the more expensive brand, it does have a bone resonator for the for on the phone when you're talking and stuff like that. So you really don't have to talk very loud. You can just whisper and they can hear you. And it's basic noise canceling, nothing else can be heard while you're, on the phone.
The Lite, the Pro, and the Super.
Super, yeah.
I had to scroll down to find it.
Yeah, Super just wasn't coming to mind when I thought of it. But, they very good prices. Now, they raised over $880,000, and they were only requesting, I think, $20,000 to get started.
20 or 25. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it should be on that, up near the top, that second section of it. But they had over 6,600 backers for this.
Yeah, it was 20,000, and they got 885.
885,000. So this isn't a product that's going to be one of those, we're just going to create a few of them, sell them out to you, and then never see them again. I think this is going to be the next step into having cell phones. I can see it now because it does have cell phone capabilities.
Yeah, it's got quite a bit. I mean, I'm kind of wondering how they do this. What companies, which I'm sure later before they actually put it out, into production out to the public, they'll say, but what companies it can be used with, how they will. Well, I guess mainly it would depend on what companies as to how they connect, because some companies use SIM cards and some don't. So,
yeah. And they do not have a SIM card capability with these. So you can't just take it down to the local Metro PCS or the local Walmart and get service for it. So I think Sprint doesn't use SIM cards, and in all honesty, I don't think you would need a SIM card anyway, because it is running 3G and not 4G. It's not a traditional phone.
Well, you need a SIM card for some of the companies use SIM cards just to have service.
Yeah, but I mean, just to get service from those other companies, you really wouldn't need the SIM card, because with the 3G, you're just not going to need it.
Well, the SIM card provides your basic service. Like, you can't even make a phone call with these companies without their SIM card.
Well, it's just an identification. Yeah, it's your identification, and that's where I think that with the phone, or excuse me, with the Vinci, it would have its own identification with it, whereas cell phones are being made without identification. That's the reason why they need the SIM cards.
Yeah, well, it's not just identification. Your identification is your IMEI number, which all phones have. The SIM card is the chip that provides access to their network. So, I mean, without it, you can't connect. If I take the SIM card out of my phone, it won't connect to anything at all.
I got you.
So that's why I was wondering if, what companies it will be with, because like Verizon and Sprint, I believe AT&T went to SIM cards. They didn't used to have them. But Verizon and Sprint don't use them, so that would probably be the easiest for them to connect to this headset with. But like I said, I was wondering if they would have it available for the other companies, and if so, where you would put the SIM card. Because looking at the pictures and stuff, it doesn't really show a spot for one. So that'd be interesting to find out.
Well, it doesn't go with. Everything's internal on this. There's nothing for an external other than the charging. The charging port is basically just 3 little leads I believe it's on the inside of the neck, on the back of it. There's 3 little leads that you put in the docking station and it charges. So there's no real external. They would have to create something to accept a SIM card if they were going to go that route.
Yeah. I heard you said Kindles use Wi-Fi from AT&T. Well, yeah, I don't think any Kindles are cellular capable though. Like some of the iPads and stuff will have cellular capabilities.
Yeah. So it just really depends. That's what it's going to boil down to. It's just going to depend.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there's going to be plenty of companies who are going to be, hey, yeah, I like this idea. We want this. And they're going to try to get exclusives on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it has, you said it has motion gestures. So, you know, with the motion gestures, this is basically a sportsman's, you know, headset with all the music and with all of the other capabilities, with the heart rate monitor, with the GPS, with all these little features, and it uses Alexa. And it has the commands of Alexa up to, I think it's just 15,000 plus, if I'm not mistaken. And 15,000 plus on the commands for Alexa.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, so, I mean, there's quite a few with that. You basically just say, hey, Vinci, you know, play my music for, you know, working out, running, or play my music for working out, weightlifting. And it will give you playlists that you can create doing that if you're the active type that's going to be using it for activities like that. Now, there are many capabilities that this thing has with being able to use it as a phone, use it as a headset, or, you know, MP3 player or whatever. The future of it, expanding it, would allow for other things as well. I would say, in all honesty, it's not going anywhere as far as going to the wayside. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
No starters.
If a company was to pick them up, what company would you want picking them up? Say getting the exclusive. Which company would you like to see?
Like if it was only one company they chose?
Yeah. What would you like to see?
I mean, honestly, and not just because I use them. I mean, overall, they have gotten way, way, way better over the years. I would like to see T-Mobile pick it up.
Yeah, I have T-Mobile as well.
And I mean, you know, everybody's like, "Oh, Verizon, their network's great, it's awesome, yay!" Well, look at the actual studies, not just Verizon's website or what Verizon says. Look at the actual studies from the companies that do things like that for cellular companies. T-Mobile has the same network, same coverage, same speeds. Their Verizon's equal now. The only difference, in my opinion, is Verizon just charges too much for their service.
Yeah, definitely.
They no longer have anything better to offer to say, oh, well, this is why you're paying more. You know, we're better. We have this, and this is better. You know, they have an equal now that's charging less money.
Well, you know, there's that third power, basically, is what T-Mobile is. T-Mobile is the third power, because you're looking at Sprint's within a percentage of what Verizon is, and T-Mobile is right up there to the top with both of them. So, I mean, there are three companies in competition that I would see for this, but I would really like to see T-Mobile get it.
Yeah, I'd like to see them pick it up. If they only picked one company, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Does anybody have any questions about the headset at all? Now, we do know it only comes in black, white, red, and blue. At this point in time, I'm sure that once it's going into production and a cell phone company picks it up, you're going to be able to get other colors for it, you know. But they are talking 360-degree sound within it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That in itself is pretty cool. Then you said there was that video of that lady who's looking all possessed trying to get the headset to fall off.
Yeah, about halfway down, they're demonstrating that the earbuds won't fall out. It won't come off your neck, but it looks like a poltergeist thing or something going on.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of was scrolling down and I seen that and I just kept scrolling. I said, no, I'm not going to watch that. But yeah, I mean, this is, I believe, the next step in cell phones. You know, I mean, just like the old Bluetooth earbuds that they had, or not earbuds, but Bluetooth over the ear, looks like a hearing aid deal that they had when cell phones started getting that Bluetooth a long time ago. Now you're looking at the next step, the next evolution of cell phones. And it's just that, cell phones, not a smartphone. That's the other thing. This is not a smartphone. It is a phone. So with, let's see, it's 8, 16, and 32 gigabytes of storage space, respectively to the Lite, Pro, and Super, right?
Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, we mentioned it last night. There's no apps. There's no internet to clog up your space. You don't have to worry about it. You can truly put all your music right on there and listen to probably over 2,000 songs.
Yeah.
On 2,000 on 8 gigs probably, roughly, you know. But that's a lot of music. And, you know,
Zag and Search, you were talking about being able to, you know, pair the Google Glasses and, you know, GoPros or a Samsung Watch or something with it. I mean, that would be cool to tie those in together. I think the glasses would be a good idea.
Well, that's the thing, though. If you do the glasses, there's going to be those distractions. You know what I mean? There might be a safety issue, and that's just you know being the naysayer here. You know, you can say that people are going to make the argument that they're going to be unsafe if you were able to do that. Be like people texting while driving, people watching television while driving.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't do that now with them, but the glasses don't cover your whole eye, just part of it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really any game apps or anything with it. It's more of navigation, maybe read texts. You might be able to pull up like a web page, Facebook, something. I'm not sure. I've never messed with them personally.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's probably kids out there who have figured a way to look up Pornhub. Just saying. So anyway, with this little bit of technology coming into the fold, I have to put my tinfoil hat on when it comes to Alexa.
You mean you took it off?
I had to. I was coming over here to lay tile. I had to take my tinfoil hat off. I'd look crazy if I didn't.
Well, it ain't just the hat that makes you look that way.
Oh, kiss my ass. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, if Alexa can get into the headset and you're giving out voice commands, you know, it's, in my opinion, another way for the government to be able to reach in and say, hey, you know, this person's doing something he's not supposed to be doing, when they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing, spying on you. That's just me saying that.
I see Zag said Google has a new set of glasses coming. They filed the patent back in 2017. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We'll have to take a look at that one. See what they got on it, and, see what their specs are for it. See what applications what it can do and what it can't do. We'll have to look at that. So, does anybody have any questions?
I don't see any questions. No questions.
No questions? All right, so let's move on to this third, it's the third section. Let's look at, we started back with World of Warcraft. Give your 2 cents in what you feel about coming back to World of Warcraft, leveling process, things like that, because we're both leveling our characters together.
It is pretty good. I like some of the changes they've done. I actually went to one of my other servers a minute ago, just before the show started. Which is where I was when Cersei had to send me the reminder on Discord because I completely forgot. But I have created a demon hunter just to play and see what it's like. At least in the beginning area that they make you start in, it's kind of like the Death Knights. They separate you from everything else until you hit a certain level. So in the beginning area, they are OP. You just run up and murder everything.
That's right up your alley, murder.
Yeah. But I like them though. I mean, it seems interesting. So I'm looking forward to the new expansion because they've got a few more, not necessarily races, but maybe classes for them to play.
Walmart. So anyway, with the Demon Hunter, since you have given it a shot, did you do Vengeance or Havoc?
I've got. Let me pull it up here. I actually have it up.
Oh, okay.
Vengeance. I'm gonna try the tank route before I do the DPS.
I'll tell you what, the tank route is an amazing route. I just washed the bottom of it off, so mud's gonna stick to it.
I just hit where before the show started, I just hit 99 where you get to choose which one you want to do. So yeah. I'm gonna do Vengeance, check it out, see how well they do as tanks.
If you don't mind putting the server out there, what server are you playing
on? This one is on Terracar.
Terracar, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say if I had a character that was level 70 on there, I would run over there and do that with you, but I don't. But on the other server that we're playing on, I redid my Demon Hunter to I got rid of my one and created a different one on the Horde side instead of on the Alliance side for that other server we're on. I would say, let's put this out there. If you create a Demon Hunter and you delete that Demon Hunter, you will be put on a 24-hour character lock. You will not be able to create another Demon Hunter for 24 hours. I found this on the ground.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you.
Well,
Oh, my guys are done.
So that being said, you got to be careful if you're making a Demon Hunter, make him right the first time, because as soon as you delete him, you can't make another.
Well, that's interesting. Like at all, or just for that 24-hour period?
24-hour period. Once the 24-hour period is up, then you can create another Demon Hunter. But
just on that server or on any server?
It's game wide. Doesn't matter. Yeah, what they say is that people were using the Demon Hunters, getting them leveled up to start doing raids, but they're doing the low level raids where you can farm and make money and they were deleting the characters and starting over again, so they didn't have the instance lock.
I see. Zag was asking what new classes. Zag, I guess you're talking about with the expansion. What new classes they'll have?
No new classes with the new expansion. What you'll be getting is 6 new races that are already in the game, but they'll become playable. You have the Dark Iron Dwarves. You have the Zandalari Trolls. You will have the Shadow Elves, I believe is what they're called. And the Shadow Elves are going to be on the Alliance side, which is going to balance out Sylvanas, her being the Banshee Queen, and she's a Shadow Elf.
The Void Elf on the Alliance side. Void Elf.
Void Elf. That's it.
Void Elf, Light Forged Draenei.
Yes.
Are the Alliance, and then you've got Nightborn for the Horde, which I can't tell.
Well, the Nightborn is just like the regular elves that you have on the Alliance side, except for we're better than you. We use our magic like Blood Elves.
Okay, and then you've got High Mountain Tauren.
Yeah, High Mountain Tauren, yeah. So you're going to get moose. Instead of a cow, you get a moose.
Yeah, really big antlers. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it does. So, I mean, with that, I'm hoping that they up the amount of characters that you can have on your one server and 2 completely in the game itself, because right now it maxes out at 50 characters.
Yeah, you'll have a new Alliance area, Alliance Kingdom, they're calling it,
Yep.
called Terrace, and then you'll have Horde Empire, new area, Zandalar.
Yes, and that's where the Zandalari Trolls are going to be at. And basically, you're going to still have the bad Zandalari Trolls that you'll be fighting against if you're a Horde. And then you've got the Zandalari Trolls that join the Horde, and they're the ones that are the good ones versus the evil ones. So, there's still going to be bad guys who are Zandalari.
Yeah, Zag wants to know if you can pay to race change right away. I'm not sure if you can. I don't see why they wouldn't let you if you wanted to change your race.
I think once the patch drops and after it's been out for, I think it's a month or so, they will probably allow you to do a character race change.
Yeah, I mean, when you get the expansion, you get a single character boost to level 110 anyway. So you could always just create a new character, and you could always create a new character, boost it to 110, and
go from there.
Yeah.
But they do have the ability for you to play the character and the class at level 100, though. They do give you that ability. When you log in, you'll see it when you're creating a character, so you can see if you like the class or not. So you can just go pick a race, and if you like the class, then obviously you can either use your boost or you can go back to being level 1 and leveling from there.
And I have heard rumor, I haven't seen it officially stated by Blizzard, but I have heard rumor, read rumor, however you want to put it, that certain servers that they will have up will be vanilla servers, level 60 cap, just like it was with Vanilla WoW.
They did create this. It's not a hearsay. There were enough people who wanted because quite a few years ago, when the vanilla servers were kind of just gone, people created their own vanilla servers and had people playing on them, playing WoW on vanilla servers that were not regulated by Blizzard. Now, Blizzard put a stop to that. And then that was 2 years ago, I believe. And then just recently, they said, we're going to be opening up vanilla servers for those who want to play on the vanilla servers. So that's what's going to happen. It's not hearsay. That is actually what Blizzard said.
Okay, I haven't found where they said that though, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing they're going to do because it was a lot more fun back then.
Yes. Well, I mean, other than the loading issues when you were coming into towns, I kind of hated that. You come riding into town and your character's in the middle of town and there's nobody around you, and then all of a sudden you got buildings popping up and people popping up around you.
I never ran into that issue.
I did. So, but does anybody have any questions whatsoever about situations with WoW or anything of the sort that has to do with WoW or anything that has to do with what we talked about?
If you guys want to play with us, we'll be glad to tell you what servers we're on.
Yeah, definitely.
Create characters. We'll help you level them up, whatever. Run dungeons together. Zag said, what do you think about the AP weapons?
Okay, AP weapons are, depending on class, are OP. Depending on the class. You are going to be looking at people who are selling, and I've seen it on WoW, in the chat, trade chat, and WoW, people selling the ability to make those runs with their characters that are maxed out, and you just basically follow them around and you get all the AP points you want for your AP weapon. How many are we needing for that?
8. That's all the way down the whole cabinet.
Oh, that's on the cabinet? Okay. I'm almost done here. Now, there are 2 websites out there that you can go to if you guys need help with the AP weapons. And what you need to do for each class. Because each class, you have to configure it a certain way. The weapons are different for each class. So Noxic.com is one, and Icy Veins is the other. I don't know if you've ever used either one of those, Murder.
You used which ones?
Icy Veins or Noxic?
No, I haven't.
Either one of them are really good resources to help you if you're kind of running into an issue where you kind of just don't know where you want to put those points in your ancient weapons. You would be able to do just that with that particular with those sites. It'll kind of give you that idea of what you need. They're great sites, and they are ran by true WoW fans and Blizzard fans who run these sites. So they're not really Blizzard sites. So, that's one thing, but they are good sites. They are very reputable sites.
Yeah, I usually use Wowhead, has comparison tools and stuff too. That's what I usually go to.
Wowhead works really well. I used to use ThoughtBot a long time ago. ThoughtBot was if I got stuck on a quest, and this was way back in the day, I used ThoughtBot.
Yeah, that was a good one. Zag said, what about in the new expansion? Will the weapons be used in the new expansion?
From what I understand, and this is just from what I'm understanding, they will be, but I think they're going to be nerfing them because right now they're kind of OP.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about I haven't gotten to picking up any of those weapons.
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. I got one for my Tauren hunter, and it's a rifle for the Beastmaster, and it is awesome. You get an extra pet with it because the pet is imbued into the weapon. So you have an extra pet as a Beastmaster.
Zach said, he said, okay, I was told something bad was going to happen to him. Yeah, knowing Blizzard, I could go with the nerfing part. They always tend to nerf stuff.
Yeah. They're going to nerf the nerds.
Enough people complain and cry about it, then, you know,
yeah.
they nerf it. And...
Well, that's the thing, though. You got so many people bitching and complaining, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
So, and like I said before, they're making the game really, really kindergarten friendly. You know, with making everything cookie cutter for this class, cookie cutter for that class. You know, I personally would like to see them go back to the original way things were done.
He said he heard, as in they become just skins.
I didn't hear that.
That would suck. Do all this work to get these weapons and stuff, and then they just become a skin.
Well, see, and that would be something that if you've already got the weapon, they would just change that weapon, and then it would just. I mean, that's breaking the game, in all honesty, because your character is set up with that weapon.
Yeah, you'd have to just pick up new stuff with the new quests.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they could go the route of. Do you remember the Thunder Fury? You know, it could go the route of Thunder Fury. You can still get them. You have to farm them, but they're only good up to a certain level. I mean, that's one way they can go. That's one way they can go with it. You know, granted, you're going to have a better weapon, yes. So you're going to end up having to go this other route. They're going to have to do something with the talents because you receive talents from the weapon. So you're not only getting talents from your from the talent tree, but you're also getting talents through that weapon. So that's the other thing that they have to work with. That's why I say they won't get rid of it. And by the way, Zags, it's good to see you back in chat, brother.
He said, thank you.
He is welcome. Yeah, this is the reason why we're having the 2 p.m. show is for our friends that are over across the pond. So, you know, they can sit back and watch and not have to be up late at night or early in the morning to catch the shows.
Well, if anybody's got any more questions about WoW, about the headset, about the certificate.
And Zags, I do have an EU account as well. It just doesn't have Legion, and I don't have time on it. But I do have a WoW account with World of Draenor on it. So once I got the money and I'm able to grab the expansions and have time on the EU, I'll be playing both EU and the US servers.
He said he's on a break from WoW at the moment.
Yeah, I was too until a certain somebody who I, not going to name murder, uh, bought me time so we could play Raw together.
I hope you're not going to name him murder because that's my name.
Yeah, well, hey, guess what? So anyway, if nobody has anything else for us, or if you think of anything, you can always hit us up in Discord. You can go into my channel, Mert's channel. You can hit us up on our Twitch pages, sending us messages through Twitch, or you can hit us up on Facebook. We're not hard to find. You can also send messages to us through our CNGgaming.com, and we have contact us on there as well. So if you guys want to get a hold of us or have questions or you have ideas, just throw them at us.
Yep, we will gladly answer any questions anybody has, even if it doesn't have anything to do with what we talked about on the show.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we get people who come at us with their problems that they need fixed, and well, we fix them.
Computer broke, phone acting funny. You want advice on what we think would be a good tech to buy. You need a body buried. Just let us know.
Yeah, body to bury. Yeah, I'm good with that. Good with that. Or if you don't want remains found, I got another way.
Zach said he has the man flu. Can't help you there, man.
Yeah, that's all on you, Zach.
I don't want to catch it.
Yeah, right. If you catch it, that's one hellacious flu, bro, because that's all the way across the pond. That's worse than the West Nile. So if anybody doesn't have anything else, we are going to be out. Like I said, I'm remote right now, so Searchy's going to be taking care of transitioning screens and things of the sort. But, it's like I always say, friends love friends, game alone. Peace.